Welcome back. Today I'm going to be drawing a portrait of a girl in the style of manga. So let's get started. I'm first going to start with a very light guideline that goes down the center of my paper, and then I'm going to actually make a guideline that goes across horizontally as well. Now here's the crosshair, so I want to go slightly below that crosshair and make the indication of the nose, and then on either side is where I'm going to make the eyes. So I'm going to come out to this side and make an indication of the sides of the eyes, and then the top of the eye and the bottom of the eye here. And you can see the guideline kind of goes slightly below the center of the eye, so I'm going to jump across to this side, again sides of the eyes, and you kind of want to keep them symmetrical on both sides. So I just usually kind of do a line, make an indication of a line that goes across, and where it is on the other side, that's where I kind of fill it in. I'm going to drop down here and make the top of the mouth and bring a line down on both sides for the sides. And we're going to make an open mouth for this character today. Drop down a little further, and that's going to be, again, that guideline. So the center is going to be where the tip of the chin is, and I'm going to bring a line around to shape her face on both sides. Something like that. Now I'm going to kind of just show some lines that form the shape of her head, and that's going to be the lines for her hair. So I'm just bringing down some kind of curved zigzag lines. So I'm going to bring all the way down and across, kind of like this. I'm going to go back and clean this drawing up a bit after, and I'm going to do something similar on the other side. Again, this is just for shaping her face and creating sort of a manga hairstyle here. And then we can indicate the top of her head and bring a line around. So now I'm also going to make some berets that she's wearing, and her ponytails that come on the other side. And now I'm going to continue making her hair across her forehead. I'm going to have one that comes kind of down across her forehead here and back up, and then maybe another one that swings all the way across, kind of touching the top of her eye even. Again. And let's just finish it off with another one here. Indicate her eyebrows on either side. And for the inside of her eye, I'm going to start with a kind of a circular shape in the corners. It's going to be for the highlight, and then bring down kind of an oval shape, and I bring down that oval shape right to the guideline, so I know it's kind of even on both sides. So now I'm going to show where the neck is. The neck is, if you make a drop line that comes down, should be fairly close to the insides of her eyes. I'm going to bring around a line for her collar on both sides, and make some triangle shapes here. Bring them back up, and I'll just indicate where her shoulders would be. Trying to continue these lines down for her hair. So what I'm going to do now is use an outlining marker and start to clean up the drawing a bit. So for today's drawing, I'm using a micron. This is a 0.45, and that means the size of the marker. I guess I'm going to have to switch to a micron 0.50. And making sure that highlight stays open, and the insides of the eyes I'm going to leave a very light line there, so I kind of hardly touch. It's very little pressure on the insides of the eyes. The outside, a little bit more indication of where the eyebrow is, so it's going to be a little darker, and then the top and the bottom are slightly broader inline. And that's where the shadow kind of more is. There's eyebrow, eyebrow on this side, and then we're going to have this piece of hair that kind of overlaps. So draw that over the top and here. That's why I like to do these drawings in pencil first. So if you do need to kind of go back and overlap something, you can do that pretty fairly easily. I'm just outlining the drawing. And her shoulders and neck. The collar of her shirt. And this line that shapes her face. So again, it's going to come to kind of a pointed chin. And the top of her mouth is a little bit more in shadow, as the sides, the bottom of the mouth, I'm going to leave a little bit open, and then show where the teeth line is, and the nose, I'll indicate where the nose is, and finish outlining the hair. Okay, just want to touch the mouth up a little bit further here. So the rest would be more of an implied line where the mouth is. Okay, I'm going to fill in the eye space here with this marker. And being very careful not to get into the highlighted area. The eyes are super important in manga characters. They're kind of how we see the expression, or really exemplifies the expression for the character. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just touch up the drawing by erasing the guidelines. And this is a really cool eraser I'm using here. This is called a kneaded eraser, so it doesn't leave behind all those kind of eraser shavings. This is a way just to clean up the drawing a bit. If you don't have this eraser, that's fine. It's a regular eraser, works just as well. This one's just a little easier for me, because it doesn't leave behind those shavings there. Alright, I'm going to see if I missed any pieces here where I need to outline again. Looks like I can bring the neck up a little bit here, and the shoulder. So that's a good way to kind of see what else needs work on your drawing. Okay, now I'm going to get into adding skin tone. So I'm going to start with a peach marker, and start by kind of going around the shape of the face, being very careful not to get into that eye area. Again, I like to just outline these areas first before I just start to fill in the color, making sure I stay really neat and I'm not getting out of the lines. If you do get out of the lines, it's not really a problem either. You can just go back and outline it again. So not that big of a deal. And I'm being really careful to go around the areas that I've already outlined, because I don't want that outlining marker to smudge. It's going to leave some stray marks on the character's face. And just filling in this face here with this peach marker. You can give it any skin tone you'd like, really, up to you. Right, I'm going to go into a kind of a pinkish tone here, and I'm going to put in the bottom portion of her mouth, and also we're going to make some blushies here under the bottom of her eye, and I'm going to use this also to color in her beret on both sides. I'm going to go into a blue color, and I'm going to start to color in her hair. Again, any color you want to use for the hair is completely up to you. I just thought, just to make it stand out a little bit, blue kind of works nicely. Again, I'm leaving this drawing as a portrait. So if you want to see a full-length manga drawing, just give me a comment below if you'd like to see that. I can definitely get that out. But I thought I'd start with just a portrait of the face. Okay, being real careful to come in to these little strands of hair that come down along her face, so we don't want to get that blue marker on her skin. Okay, and along the side of her face. And this is just a basic drawing of a manga character with manga features. So it's not any character in particular, it's just something I thought that will kind of fit the standard manga characteristics. And now I'm using the broader tip of the marker here just to fill in the wider sections. And again, when you're adding color, it's important to follow the contour line. That's kind of the direction of the hair. So it looks like it's flowing more, and it kind of follows that direction. So as you see, if these kind of follow down in this direction, I'm going along and using my marker stroke in that direction. The top of the hair is kind of coming across, so again I'm using it as an indication to, or kind of a general direction when I'm going to add color. I hope that makes sense. Alright, now I'm going to come down, make this a little darker, and here it's kind of like a shadow area behind her neck on both sides. And I'm going to use a kind of like a magenta color for her shirt. Try to kind of match the colors here. with the kind of rose color she has, and I kept it kind of a simple color palette. And we'll leave the collar white. And then we'll leave kind of the bottom as a vignette, which means it's not really finished drawing, it just kind of ends down below there, and filling in some more of this area for her hair. Alright, I hope you guys really enjoyed this drawing. Give her a try, it's a lot of fun to draw, and see you next time. Bye.